I'm taking over, that's a promise, not a threat.
Uppercut season off top, you stop breathing.
Yeah, what's good, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk, where as always, the shit's real, we talk about it. Yo, I'm your host for tonight, Pat Scorpio, New England representing. As always, I got my man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey, what up, dude? It's on time Shutterworth. You know what it do. RingGameRadio.com in the building. Monday Night Boxing recap. And no previews, but Monday Night Boxing recap, nigga. You know what it is. Chapo Kings Forever coming soon. El Capitan, a.k.a. Lotta Del Boss, LB. What it do? Tunnel Gang in the building. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Ringing in the house forever and always. And as always, I got my man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey, yo, what's good? You already know who this is. Your boy King People, nigga boxing in the building. Ring Gang Radio all day. Let's go. Let's get this boxing talk. Let's go.
Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? Now is anyone banned from the bodega after this past weekend of boxing?
I was so entertained with this card, and it lived up to the excitement. So you know what? I'm in a good mood. No bannings this week.
That's what it is, yo. You know, but doesn't mean there's not any more. That's not any more that's gonna come in the future, though. You know. What I'm saying? In the future. Someone's bound to piss us off, like that whole fucking news of Canelo and Jake Paul. That's so definitely stay tuned for that shit. You know, but I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
What's flies? Conscious Pilot, West Coast Avenger, usually on time, always here. Ring Gang Radio. Let's go.
That was a remix.
Yeah, it's Pilot.
Yeah, Conscious Pilot. You know, he stays elevated and just he remixes his elevation. Word up. And last, but certainly not least, yo, I got my other man with me. You know, guessing if you're turning to our show, man, I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
This is the returning guest, Ezra from Brunch Boxing, and let me tell you something. I am the most active guest on Ring Gang Radio. I'm defending the crown. See, I think that when I go on the show, I don't say, "Oh, let me just go on there and let me just add something." No, I want to be the best guest you guys ever had. I want to bring something to the table. So that's what I'm trying to deliver here, and I'm trying to defend the crown as often as possible. It's like the hardcore title, 24/7. Anytime that the crown is to be defended, the crown will be defended. I thank you guys for having me. I'm ready to talk Morel Benavidez.
So you're trying to be Ring Gang Crash Holly up in here, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I tell you, whether I'm at a store, I'm at a playground, wherever I'm at, the crown can be defended.
Yeah, that's how it is, Joe. I like that. I like that mentality, man. You know, try to be the best guest on our show, man. I like that. You know what I'm saying? And again, you know, welcome back as usual. You know what I'm saying? You were great when we did the preview and everything like that. But yeah, man, now with the recap show, PBC have their first pay-per-view of the year. You know, headlined by Benavidez versus Morel, and safe to say that it largely lived up to it largely lived up to its hype. It was exciting to watch. You know, saying it was very entertaining as fuck to watch too.
Main event didn't start at 1:30 or 1 o'clock.
Well, it ended like after midnight, though. I think, yeah, definitely, because I was at fucking.
That's cool if it ends after.
Well, I mean, that's better than your fucking top ranker, fucking Riyadh season events, the late night ones that fucking end at like 2:30.
Yeah, that's better than waiting to see a goddamn Michaela Mayer main event start at damn 12 o'clock, 12:15 at nighttime. Like,
yeah, that shit's crazy as fuck though. Unless it's like it's a fight of the year, like she did with that French chick. Then it's like, oh, okay, this is what I'm talking about.
Her last several fights been fight of the years that they just throw at late night on some like, yeah, she's gonna go hard, but
but
that start at 11:45.
But that French chick though, that shit was extra fight.
Yeah, no, that was.
Yeah. She be having fucking fight of the years on fucking 2 o'clock in the morning on some ECW shit.
See, King P know what I'm talking about. Like, it's right in between the time of ECW is starting and then Cheaters is starting. Like, it's right around there. Like, it's just too fucking late, man. Yeah, but shout out to Michaela Mayer, because I can't remember a female boxer having as many like fight of the years as she's had. Yeah, she's had like maybe 3
at least. Yeah.
At least, and 2 was in 1 year. So I mean, damn. Like,
and then of course, she has a rematch with Sandy Ryan, which will preview much, in later weeks. Like we'll get to that one, but that's definitely going to.
Oh no, we can't forget about that thrilling, scintillating co-main event there too, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Let's put it this way, though. If that nigga loses his belt on that card, he's absolutely winky right for 2025 and beyond.
I ain't gonna lie, he's a future, like his opponent is a future parlay nominee.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, I'm already betting against him on that one. I'm just making sure of that because I didn't because now it's clear that he was the one that caused all that fuckery. So we'll say thank you to him because we got the Stanionis fight. So straight up, facts, absolutely though. But yeah,
although we could have got both, though. I mean, he's still fucked up.
He's still fucked up, though. But
hell yeah, fuck that thing. We could have got both.
Yeah, no, Boots is standing on this at least. Now they came together for one of the most anticipated fights of the year, and he's fighting a mandatory that's probably ranked outside the top 10. So, hey, hey, I mean, I hope whatever Bob is paying you is worth that. But no, back to the PBC pay-per-view, man. It was, like I said, it was very exciting. I mean, I know I watched that at Dave & Buster's because now I think Dave & Buster's carries all the PBC. It's going to carry all the PBC pay-per-views going forward because they had that, and they had Royal Rumble right next to the TV. I was watching that too, so it was like, oh damn, I'm watching bullshit at the same time. This is what's up.
Yeah, nigga.
Damn, that's dope. Just like me.
Oh, hold on. You can't even say that because I wasn't the only one. Hat was, and Ezra was. Ezra watching the Royal.
Oh, you motherfucking ring gang ass, goddamn niggas.
We all were, nigga. Eat out.
Motherfuck y'all, shit. Like y'all niggas be cheating on. No wonder y'all can't score fights good. Y'all be watching other bullshit at the same time. This is why I always grill y'all for your fucked up scoring for fights. This is why I grill
hilarious. Because I messed up the Fulton Figueroa score when I was scoring because I kept getting stuck watching the Royal Rumble because I was like, oh no, like I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
I was like, they're gonna do it. They're gonna screw over Jay. They're not gonna let him get it. And then they got it. And I was like, oh, I missed like half this round. So I had to cancel my scorecard. I had to be like, okay, I'm gonna hold this one off. I'm gonna hold this one off.
I know. I wonder what wrestling event was going on during the first fight. Or maybe a boxing fight of the year got in the way of that one. Shit. Y'all niggas, this is why I be pressing y'all about scoring fights, because niggas be literally, damn, hold on. What the fuck is Hulk Hogan going on? Oh, they booing Hulk Hogan. Oh, wait, hold on. The Rock came back? Oh, wait, damn. Brandon Rios landed 3 jabs. Like, nigga, get the fuck out of here.
Nah, I mean, for me, though, when it comes to, like, a fight I really invested in, I watch it. I focus on that,
Yeah, but then you be the most inebriated out of all these niggas. So it's like, the fuck? It's always something. Like, either Pat with his goddamn 17 computer screens, King P either at the event or looking at his phone, and then you motherfuckers just looking at two TVs. Like, shit.
Nigga, I was watching boxing. Like, I mean, well, at least on the first fight, there was no need for a judge, with Jesus Ramos and fucking Jason Rosario. And pretty much, like I said, like I think most of us said in the preview, this was just a layup for Ramos to get back into, what he was before the loss to Lubin. And
he looked good. This was just we really need y'all to take Rosario out to pasture type fight.
Yeah,
it took him too long. It still took him too long, in my opinion. The fuck.
I kind of get it, but Rosario was kind of tough. But I kind of get it.
What round did Suppleman? What round was it?
Didn't the ref have to wave it off? What was it? What round was it?
I think it was the 8th.
Yeah, 7th or 8th. Two fucking.
Yeah, it was 8. Yeah, it was 8.
I mean, because honestly, the fight should have been stopped once he dropped, dude. Because that drop was like that nigga fell heavy.
He was. Yeah. I mean, first
like that was like you just put some potatoes on the floor.
By the third round to me, it was evident, 100% evident that Rosario had nothing left. Like he was just damaged goods. So I was like, I gotta watch this for 5 more fucking rounds. Yeah, I was not happy.
Damn, you sound like my fucking sister. Like, if fights aren't a fight of the year, she'd be like, "Yeah, nigga, do something."
Well, I mean, nigga, well, I mean, it didn't need. I mean, that no one expected that fight to be fight of the year. And now, if that was fight of the year, that means something went horribly wrong.
No, it's more so because it's like she like shit to be competitive. Like Rosario, when she was like Rosario was barely trying. Like what the fuck is your problem? Then remember too, like we all seen the Herd Rosario fight, and he still pissed at that. So.
Yeah, I mean,
that shit just carried over. Like, damn, this nigga again.
Who'd your sister thought won that fight? The Herd Rosario.
It was a legit draw, but I lean towards Rosario. Really,
I don't know. I'll say this. Maybe it's not that I want it to be competitive. It's just I get like when I see a fighter is clearly shot and has nothing, I start like in my house screaming. Like fucking like to Lennox Lewis screaming to Lennox Lewis when the Tyson fight. He's a ghost. Fucking get him out of there. Like
I think like real like all boxing fans kind of do that shit.
I mean, I felt that way with Haney Gambo. You know, like I feel that way with like these young cats that can't get these niggas.
I feel that way with a lot of Haney fights, dude. Like,
Haney
Gambo, bring up.
Yeah, a lot of Haney Shakur. You know, I'm just saying, like I feel a piece in that.
Boy, don't even get me started. Stop running.
Ezra, what'd you think of Ramos and Rosario?
I think like of course Ramos looked good, but he was kind of just fighting a punching bag. Like it's like kind of saying like he looked good shadow boxing. You know what I mean? Like he did. He was able to do whatever the hell he wanted because the guy in front of him couldn't do anything. Like he was shot. I will say this though, I thought Rosario was going to go out way earlier than that. So I will say, even though he got stopped brutally, I was a little bit impressed with his durability because I thought he was going to break, like I said, like the Stone Cold music. I thought he was going to break like as soon as he hit, Stone Cold music was going to hit. But he didn't. He took a beating in there. You know what I mean? But he's shot. They didn't take away his license. Like honestly, but that is what it is. I don't need to see him again. Not even on Pro Box. Not on anything. I don't need to see him on anything. And let's see what Ramos does. I'm curious if Ramos stays at this weight, but it looks like he's going to go back to 154, and we'll see what he does there.
Yeah, I mean, looks like it was just like, I wouldn't say it's a maybe test, it's just, okay, this is like that first fight back, you know, they're offering me a soft touch at a division that's a little bit higher up than me, so yeah, let me just take this, let me get this easy bread, and then just go back to 154 and try to get back in the mix.
Somebody take that belt from Lara. Somebody got on that PBC side, like Jamel, somebody take that belt from that 50-year-old Cuban, please. What are you doing here? Somebody.
I gotta agree with Pilot on that.
It was supposed to be that. Yeah, it was supposed to be who's the dude that lost to Kyron Davis? Elijah Garcia. It was supposed to be him, and he fumbled the bag, blowing weight. You're 20 years old and shit. Like, yeah. So somebody, come on, make middleweight great again. Let's go.
Yeah, they said, why can't Elijah Garcia and Ramos' career be good at the same time? Like, why do these niggas be taking turns of who to look good and who to look bad? Damn.
Yeah, I don't know, but Ramos, though, I mean, like I said, basically, it was, he broke down Rosario. It's just crazy too, because Rosario wasn't necessarily in that whole 154 mix, even though he won the belts. Like, you know, like, I mean, dude was basically, I wouldn't say he was a jobber, but he was like a fringe contender who got lucky with, you know, getting J-Rock at the time that he got him. Like, you know,
he was big that night. Pause. He was looking like, that was like one of those reminded me of like Munguia, Saddam Ali, you know, situations. It's like this random nigga just looking big for the weight. You know what I'm saying? Looking strong for the weight. Yeah, dominating the champion is on some surprise shit. Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, it was just, yeah, and he had this little day in the sun, but now after every fight that he's in, it's just like he's taking beatings. It's like, you know, it's, you know, I don't think he's won a fight on American soil since that J-Rock fight. It's like, yeah, it's it's time to let him like retire, like go fight in Dominican Republic or something like that. But yeah, it's time.
They don't need that blood on their hands, bro. Chill.
Yeah, no, but I mean, but like I said, we all knew what that fight was for Ramos, and you know he at least passed that test. So, like I said, hopefully he goes back to 154. Obviously, 154 is the best division of boxing. You know, get back in the mix. You know, who knows? Like, you know, and maybe a decent opener
for what it was.
What's that?
It was a decent opener for what it was. We ain't have big expectations. It was more so to see. You know, at least Ramos, can you put punches together? Can you fight like you give a damn? And can you make us forget about the Lubin fight? And he checked off every box.
Right.
Could have done it a little more urgently. Could have took maybe 2 rounds off earlier to get it done faster. But we not holding it against you. So, you know, because the ref in Rosario corner could have stopped it earlier too. Like,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the ref.
These niggas weren't. You know, he wasn't going to turn it around. What the fuck?
Exactly. Like there was nothing in there, but
I don't want to just blame Ramos too much because he was putting shots together. Like, and when he dropped them, that should have been it. Then I thought that was a punctuation mark.
Right.
In fact, that went another fucking round.
Honestly, Rosario just retired. Like you had a decent career. You became champion, which is more than most other people have actually done in the sport.
Unified champion. Shit.
Unified champion at that. Yeah. But his time is up. Like because else is just gonna get worse and worse. But the second fight though definitely made up for. Well, we got a decent opener.
Real quick.
The second fight was a fight of the year slugfest.
Hold on, real quick. Adi Medi, was it the first time Banana got dropped? No, he's been dropped multiple times.
Yeah, damn, bro. Hey, what up? Hey, what up, DZ? What it do? Salute, Ring Gang, gang, bro. But I let him see I sent him the picture, bro. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
I know you ready for that rematch.
Make sure we get that picture when, because that's in like in a week or so that we're gonna probably do the preview on.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you on WhatsApp in the other chat. Yeah, because I don't want you to forget it. But
speaking of Rosario getting, if he's been dropped before, he's the only guy I've ever seen get CTE from a body shot against Charlo. I mean, he was out cold.
I
was shaking and convulsing.
I never saw somebody catch convulsions on that body shot. Some people thought it was some fake. I was like, no, it's not fake, but it's just a weird reaction. That was crazy. That was a crazy one.
Yeah, I mean, if you take like a full-fledged shot to the solar plexus, they can say that, but dude just took a jab. And I'm not saying the jab can't take your breath away, but not in the way that it took his away. Like, it's not, that's a weird reaction.
The way he was reacting, it's like that's what like your body go through when like you're dehydrated, you're cramping, you're dying.
Jason Rosario is, I always say, Jason Rosario is who everyone claims Keith Thurman is. He's so weak to the body. He's so weak to the body. No, motherfucker, Rosario, that's weak to the body. Motherfucker, not like fucking getting knocked down and dropped and having convulsions from body shots.
Yeah.
You throw a damn tissue real hard at the Rosario body and you might hurt him. Like you ball up paper, you flip a staple, you flip the little paper football, you might could KO Rosario body. So I don't know.
But it's just sad though, just to see someone who's just so shot. But like I said, you give him a payday, you give him, and that's his role now. A jobber to the stars though.
Yeah, but he ain't not doing it as good as Trout was. Like Trout was still giving you quality rounds though. Every now and then he'd get a real draw. Right.
True.
And at least he'll get a draw against a real contender. Like if you getting a draw at Hurd, like that was literally PBC's version of Pedraza Comey.
Fact.
You knew it, but didn't give you half the good fight either. Like at least Pedraza Comey gave you a damn good fight though.
That's awesome.
Hurd Rosario just pissed us off. Like damn, why couldn't this be 3 years ago?
Yeah, 3 years ago would have been interesting. And Hurd would have probably ended that shit, but now it's just like I'm just gonna forget that fight ever existed.
wait, hold on. Hey, Android, you said you had candles over for this one. Great event. Damn, man. Did any of them ask about who was the promoter? Did anybody over there ask for like the promoter's opinion? Like, I know that's a big thing over there on the zone cards. People really care about what Eddie Hearn got to say. So I didn't know if niggas was like, hey, yo, Android, is Al Heyman going to give away cars? Is he going to come and speak? Like, just making sure.
So I'm sure he'll answer.
That body shot was so vicious, it had people debating if it was real. Hell yeah, if you see a nigga rocking up, Harlem shaking after a body shot, like, yeah, I'm going to fucking think it's real. There's something wrong. He got peeled quick.
Yeah, he did. But like
DCB having me cracking up in the chat, bro.
But like I said, the second fight though, that was a pure slugfest with Cruz and Angel Fiero. Now, it was 10 rounds. It was a hell of a slugfest too. But this is where I think Cruz got a little bit of a gift. Certainly the gift where it was a 98-92 for him. Like that didn't exist in that fight at all.
Nah. The scores were bad, but I don't think it was no robbery. Like I could understand either way, but I do feel like Pitbull landed the harder shots. Like I do give him the edge.
A little bit. I ain't gonna lie. Fiero was giving it to him. Positive,
He
more than I
was.
expected.
Maybe Fiero actually rocked Pitbull, like really.
Yeah,
rocked.
he did.
How many times Pitbull rocked that nigga? Damn.
Fiero kind of hurt him. I thought Pitbull won, by a round or so, but
I thought Fiero won like 96, 94. I thought
you're the nigga who doesn't like Pitbull, bro. We get that. Like,
I'm not the only one who thought he lost, bro. Like I just say, like I thought he really lost. He got outworked. But I mean, but this fight kind of really showed. I mean, number one, Fiero. Because I knew Fiero was going to be tough because I saw him on the fucking Pero and Matias card, and dude was like warring on that one too. Although he lost that fight and he lost that one clear, a lot clearer than this Pitbull one. But I was like, this fight's gonna be hard. But Fiero's showing like a really good chin because it seemed like once he got to the second half of the fight, he wasn't really faced by Pitbull's shots like that. Like he was walking right through it at times.
I don't know if he walked right through them just because the impact was still jarring him. Like,
well, I mean, it was enough that you could see Pitbull gassed. Like, Pitbull was just like, that was the one thing. I think
that usually happens when you're chucking bombs at a nigga and you can't knock him out. Like, you do that for 6 rounds. Like, niggas gas off that.
Pitbull, he's a stocky guy, but I feel like the size-wise, 140 is a lot asking from him. Like, when there were the rumors of the 147 shit was kind of insane. I mean, 130. He's a small. I mean, his height's like a 130 pounder. He's a little big, so lightweight would probably be the best. But
I think 140 is like he can't go above that. Like 140 is good for him.
I feel like he's gonna get 140. He'll eventually get stopped. I think.
Yeah. I mean, he goes to 147, he will get stopped. But 140. I mean, truthfully, he shouldn't.
He punched hard for 142. I didn't think he was gonna punch as hard as he does at 140.
And he does, and he carried his power up though. But like I said, his defense ain't where it needs to be get into these type of fights that he's getting into.
You compare his defense from the Tank fight to now, it's like night and day. Like,
yeah, and the fun things too is like, we all know like Cruz doesn't like to fight defensive people. Like anyone who's on the defensive, he's like, nah, like I'm good on that. Like that's the reason.
He don't like runners, bro. Like. Yeah, you can have defense, but he don't like. With Fiero actually moved pretty well at times, but it just Cruz was still able to get to him. But
yeah, he was. That was the thing. So that's why he was able to. Those punches found that mark though. But yeah,
like you can move, but just not too much. Like.
That fight was competitive as fuck too. Like, cause I know where I was in David Buster's. Like everyone, like, cause that shit was on 7 different TVs. And people were just like watching, like, ooh, like, that was that type of shit. Like they were throwing like proper hands. So like, I'll give it to. Cruz as a boxer. Like, Cruz is self-aware that he has struggled in his boxing, but he knows where his bread is butter. Like, he wants to in slugfest. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, Pitbull's limited. We sound like we're shitting on him hella tough. But I've never seen a fight other than maybe the Rayo fight that's been kind of boring. That dude's always exciting.
Wait, the Rayo fight wasn't even boring, bro.
It wasn't really. It wasn't boring, but I'm just saying, for Pitbull standards, it was boring. You know what I mean?
Man, people don't know what the fuck he's talking about sometimes. Like,
Rayo took him apart. That was what excited to me. I was like, Rayo really showed how overrated he was. That was the exciting.
And that was the most exciting boxing lesson. You don't really get boxing performances like the Rayo Pitbull, where the person who's doing the outboxing is really throwing hard punches. Like that was the difference. Like you usually a nigga running around minimalized boxing, but this motherfucker was really turning Pitbull and throwing hard shots and combos.
Yeah, you couldn't even give. There's no way you could actually rob Rayo of that division because Rayo's he's a hard puncher. So for him to actually show that type of wrinkle in his game was impressive as fuck.
And he did. It's not like he stayed his ground enough to where Pitbull could throw hands. Pitbull did get him on some turns, and he did get. That's why it was competitive. I thought Pitbull got 4 rounds, but he clearly lost, and you clearly see he struggles with niggas with lateral movement. Damn, bro, do something about it.
Yeah, learn how to cut off the ring or something like.
Because even the lesser fighters, when they employ that tactic, they get better against you. Because Fiero movement ain't as good as damn Venezuela or Rayo, but
yeah,
it allowed him to kind of reset and set up his combinations better. He allowed let me step around, and then he would launch his volley of shots. So it worked for him. But I still don't think he won. But I don't have a problem with him if somebody had him winning though. Like it's like a Lomachenko-Haney fight. Could go either way, even though I thought Lomachenko won. So that's how I kind of look at it.
I just figured if it's the in-house fighter A side and it's like a 8-4-7-5, more than likely the A side's gonna win. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, when I heard 98-92, I already knew that shit was in. Like, yeah, there was no way.
That was ridiculous. It was a 96-94 type of fight, bro. All this other shit was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was that, and even 97-93 was a stretch. You know, but
because nobody dominated like that. Like if you have another round or two, but fuck, where you get 97s and 98s from?
Yeah, like there was none of that in that fight though. But like I said, you know, but as far as slugfest goes, fight of the year candidates go, that fight was it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like and funny too is like I think Cruz, if I'm not mistaken, I think Cruz said he didn't even want to run it back with Rayo like after that because he said he did.
Yeah, he said that in the build up. He's like, I don't want to run around the ring basically.
No,
I'm just like, that's the one thing that just bothers me about Pitbull because. Like I don't hate him like how Pat do. Like I fucks with him. Like he has entertaining fights. He's good at what he does, but just that his stain to not want to improve against a certain style. That shit just rubs me the wrong way. Like niggas like I can understand if he's talking specifically about Shakur Stevenson, then go ahead. But the little movement that he's encountered from Tank and Rayo is like, nigga, chill, bro. Like,
yeah. Well, I mean, he wants a Tank fight again because
he'll put up with it against Tank because the payday, but just the whole like, and he would, he would talk down about it at Tank if the payday wasn't attached to it.
Ain't nobody trying to see that shit again.
Bro. It lost its luster. I mean, at one time, I could see why they would make it, but it's I don't want to see that no more.
Well, I mean, too many other opponents started raising in clout that are like better fights for Tank. Like the Pitbull fight, if that was supposed to happen, we wanted to see that happen if Tank fight 3 times a year. If you squeeze in Pitbull, boom, pause. Then you go to the next nigga, but not this shit.
Because I assume the eventual plan was for Pitbull to, keep that 140 belt and eventually Tank would move up to fight him for that 140 belt, but that didn't happen. He fucked the payday up and he lost to Rayo.
Yeah,
but with Pitbull too, it's like that. I mean, dude was a mandatory to Haney, to Shakur. He didn't want those fights. But I was like, if you at least took those fights and maybe even won it, okay, then a Tank fight would have actually been something, something to build. But
then when he finally fought a good person, it's like it was a Guybera fight and he ain't look good in it. So it kind of just took him too long to put sword to purpose. Like niggas was giving him a chance because it was like, okay, because then he got the Gamboa fight afterwards, right?
Yeah, and that fight shouldn't have happened either. But I mean,
it shouldn't have happened. But I understand. It's like, okay, let's get Pitbull a highlight reel KO and keep it going. I didn't mind that, but then it's like you can't keep reliving the same situation. After the Gamboa fight, it was supposed to be like, all right, let's get Cabrera, let's get somebody else, let's get Haney, Shakur, let's get somebody of a higher caliber. And that shit never happened. And then the other fight happened. Then it's like, all right, whatever.
Marquise, he says Tank Pitbull 2 will be on the Andre Benavidez 2 on the card. That shit been said.
Yeah, facts. That's facts.
It's facts. It's absolutely.
Oh yeah, DZ. We gonna talk about that Shields Perkins fight after the PBC book. Yeah, we definitely. Sure. Yeah, he definitely fucking wobbled it. Shit.
Did y'all watch real quick? Did y'all watch the heavyweight fight before that or no?
Oh, bro, we'll get to that.
Okay.
This nigga literally just heard me tell DZ like, yo, we go. Oh shit, this nigga producer scroll up moment every time.
the Cruz and Fiero though, definitely got the crowd ready. Like, it's like, okay, yeah, they ready for the
fight of the year candidate, right?
It was a good fight. I don't know about fight of the year. It's just
that was definitely a fight of the year.
We don't know. The year just started, so it was.
Nigga, even Benavidez, Morel was a fight of the year candidate. Like the fuck. The year just started. Like y'all can't give me just one and not the other. Like the fuck out of here.
No, I'm not saying that too. Fight of the year. Like I'm not gonna do fight of the years in fucking February. Bro,
dude, how many times have we done fighting the years early in the year? A fight of the year is a fucking fight of the year, bro.
What are we comparing it to? Like,
it don't matter, dude. Look, it don't fucking matter because we're comparing it. Okay, look, let's compare it to the last fight of the year we had in February. Nigga, how about that? Let's compare it to a previous fight of the year in February, January.
Last year, Raymond Ford and what's his name, Odebek. I think they won. Beginning of the year, and that was like a fight of the year candidate.
Yeah, I was there for that one too. Wow.
Yeah, that was my fight of the year for sure. That's still probably my fight of the year. Yeah.
I don't know.
No, pilot. That was too early. What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't like saying fight of the year in fucking February. Like,
if you get a fight of the year that early, it's a fucking fight of the year. Don't matter if it's December 31st. Or January 1st, nigga.
I think this is the first on candidates. That's the question. Then is there a limit on candidates? Because I don't think there's a limit on candidates for fight of the year.
No, there's not.
No, nigga, we be going up the goddamn 10. Dude, 2019, we up here at like, damn, this number 12 fight of the year.
That's what I'm saying. So you can be fight of the year whenever because there's no limit on candidates. You're just a candidate for fight of the year.
I mean, it'll probably be. I mean, it'll like right now, it'll be. But right now, we're just having our first. King P and Shutter semantic battle of 2025.
No, this ain't a semantic battle, bro. It's basically this. Like, it's just like how all the other times you have early candidates, like Ezra just said, and as the year goes by and other names get thrown in there, some candidates still remain at the top while some go down. Like
some go down, yeah. No, I agree. I mean,
remember Castaño Lara was a fucking fight of the year, like candidate, like March. But by the time fucking Peterson Yippiness came, that kind of went down. And then when you had Hurd, J-Rock, and then Ruiz, Joshua, it's like we don't even talk about Castaño Lara like that. That still was a great fucking fight. But it's because all those other great fights happened afterwards.
Yeah, so I think one of my favorite fights.
This could happen.
One of my favorite fights last year, what happened in January beginning of the year, was Maloney versus Sanchez.
That was a fight. That was a legit fight.
That was a fight of the year.
That was a hard fight too.
Looking now, Maloney Sanchez is up there. Carrillo, not Shinga. Yeah, I mean there were some good fights in February.
Pat. I'm sorry, not Pat. Fucking.
I mean the first.
His goddamn stipulations.
The first Wardley Clark was in March. You know what I'm saying? The first Wardley Clark fight was one of the best heavyweight fights for sure last year.
You're only 3 months in, bro. Wait, chill. Yeah, I know Wardley's your guy, but chill. It's just too early, nigga. Man, King P be killing me, nigga, with the fucking. Well, I mean, the song was dope. The beat was 10 out of 10, but it was only 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and I just felt like we needed more clarity on the lyricism at the end. So I'll score it a 9. Like what? Like 10s across the board. Like even Pilot said a 10. Nigga. But you know how I am about short songs. Like get the fuck out of here, nigga. But yeah, my bad. We could keep going. Shit.
You gotta love semantic battles though, but
this ain't even a semantic battle.
Nigga, we have a name for it, so just roll with it, bro.
We roll with it. I don't even think KP considers this a semantic battle. Like,
bro, it has a name. Just roll with it, bro. It has a name.
All right, whatever. We'll roll with it. I don't think Fiero won the fight. I had it was.
Oh, okay, thank you. We can agree on that.
Before we go to the next fight, let me ask you. Was that the best fight on this card?
Was that the best fight in this card? I think I enjoyed the main event a little bit more, but this was that Pitbull Fiero was
a little more competitive, a little closer, right? Okay.
Pitbull Fiero was really good too. I'm not mad at anybody that likes that one.
Fiero might be more competitive. I think it's just the drama with Benavidez makes us like that one more.
The anticipation for it too. You anticipated for that fight. So
because just think about it. Remember, like, you could kind of give, if you wanted to, you could score the Pitbull Fiero fight a draw, and I don't think nobody would have a problem with that.
That's what I had. I had it.
Oh, okay. See, I'm even though I felt like Pitbull won, I get that, but you couldn't do that with no fucking Benavidez Morel. Like, Benavidez was a clear winner. Like, Morel took maybe 3 rounds. Mm-hmm. Oh, that was an exciting. It was an Eric Morales fight, really. It was a PBC version of Munguia Rosado, nigga. Like,
what a comparison.
But yeah, we still got one more fight to talk about before we even get into that. So
yeah, the co-main. Now, the co-main is when we all thought there was going to be a fight of the year that was going to pop off with Stephen Fulton, and Brandon Figueroa. But yeah, I mean, I will say, because a lot of us thought that Fulton mentally wasn't there after the Monster loss, and then the Castro fight too, where he basically, I mean, I thought he lost the Castro fight. It was that close, and he got knocked down.
He got a gift there. I agree with Pat. He got a gift there.
Yeah, so
because if you don't get dropped, it's a little different. But bro, you got dropped hard.
You got dropped hard, man. That's the thing. Yeah, if you didn't get dropped, maybe
it's hard to give. Yeah, it's hard to give you the fight, man. And maybe we give you a draw without the drop, but bro.
Yeah, and then his tweets have all been like, kind of been like, he's came off like, he's mental health for him is a big concern, definitely.
My mama said, "There goes that house."
Yeah, I mean, really, I expected Fulton to get stopped, and it would be a little sad. But
I mean, his boxing kit, nigga. I thought he was, because this nigga came out there in fucking, was it jorts and fucking
jorts and Tim.
Yeah, I saw some companies tweeting about it. That was a good look for him, but yeah, that was crazy.
Man, I thought this nigga lost his damn mind. I was like, what is this nigga doing?
He had a suit only Goosen would approve, bro.
But did y'all see that gum shield? Did y'all see that gum shield that said "fuck you"?
Yeah, like. Yeah, I saw it. Like, I mean, I really thought dude was.
I heard that was for Nazis.
Those shorts were John Cena approved. They were definitely John Cena approved.
Yeah, I was like, yo, this nigga is wild.
I ain't got no problem with him though, cause like niggas down here, like niggas, we rock the jean shorts and shit.
Fulton came. Marquis said Fulton came in his Def Jam fight for New York gear.
Bars, he did.
It's like you took Steven Nelson's, from the Madrimov Crawford card. You took that swag and went OD on it a little bit with, because remember Nelson had the design saggy pants.
Yeah, but this nigga Fulton looked like a fucking Streets of Rage 2 character. Like, come on, like.
No, you gotta get updated. He look more like Streets of Rage 4, nigga. Like he was wearing like the newer shit. He had the new Timbs, bro.
Yeah. No, the Tim boots were crazy because you could see even like the laces. They had a little thing on the side with the laces still, in that little.
I ain't gonna lie. For this weekend of boxing, Tim's got mad love this whole weekend. Like.
I'm saying,
y'all should just send niggas. Y'all should send Shields and Fulton like a care package. That's all I'm saying. Because I ain't see Tim's mentioned this much in a weekend of boxing ever.
No, not at all. But apparently though, those Tims must have instilled him that confidence, because he put a whooping on Brandon Figueroa. I was not expecting that. Like, and here's the thing, because Figueroa has been on that one fight a year bullshit. Like, dude's been stagnating his whole career with that shit. And he's been looking mid since he's actually went up to 126. Like, he started with that Maxeo fight. He looked beatable as fuck, even though he won. Yeah. But he's been looking just like
that was that was a major letdown. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like I was kind of, I know me and LB are kind of high on Figgy in regard to that style. I want to hear what LB says, but for me, it's a major letdown because I expect that, everybody wanted to see Figgy, at 126 in the mix, and clearly we know he had flaws and faults, but clearly styles make fights, and for some reason, especially with the last fight, Fulton can't beat Fulton. It's weird. It was really weird.
Well, his thing, I think LB, because he said something, he tweeted something too. He said that that fight reminded him of Tony and Sam Peter. like the first fight is the controversy. Like, I mean, everyone, you know, San Pietro got the decision, even though he probably shouldn't have. But it was,
Ain't no probably about it, bro.
Wait,
like he lost that fucking fight.
That's when Tony said, look at him, you're looking ugly like Larry Holmes. Looking ugly like Larry Holmes.
But this fight around, the second fight around, like there was no moonwalking. Like I think Figueroa, I don't think Figueroa. I mean, I don't know if he was like struggling to make 126, but his volume wasn't where it needed to be. Like there was something about it that was off about him.
He was missing that like the turbo boost button. Like it just felt like the controller was broken. Like anytime you held down R1 to make this nigga, you know, be more aggressive, that shit wasn't working. Like he would push his punches, all of that.
He did mention in a couple of the press conferences before about he kind of mentioned 130 a little bit, so maybe that could be a built-in excuse. I don't know, but it has some validity to it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, unfortunately, but he was always kind of a big dude for a featherweight, 122. So.
Yeah, but it just seemed like he has the power, but it just seemed like Fulton was just, you know, rat-tat-tat-tat all over his face, because Figueroa got marked up. Like at the end of that fight, you can see that he got trademarked and everything. Like he got outboxed. Like Fulton was putting hands on him, but now Fulton had a little bit more power.
It was target practice, bro. That's all it was. I don't even think power got nothing to do with it. Like Figueroa wasn't giving this nigga enough issues to do anything. Like Fulton just had to just keep landing.
Yeah, and it wasn't like Fulton was touching rope. Like that's the thing. Like his back was always on them ropes, but Figueroa couldn't do anything about it. Like it was like yeah.
And sometimes he'll drive him to the ropes, but then he'll get countered off the ropes. So it's like, bro, like you may just get whooped on in the middle of the ring if that's all you're gonna do.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Like, I'm gonna take him to the ropes. Bah, bah, bah. Like, shit, bro. Like just keep it here.
Yeah, Fulton made him look. And we talked. It looked real one-dimensional, like, and like there was like almost like no, yeah, like Fulton had no fear. There was no moonwalking, like none of that. Like he took Figueroa's like best shots. He took him and returned it back, and like, yeah, it was a surprisingly complete performance. But where we were expecting a fight of the year candidate, another one, and it was now like, you know, Figueroa was truly took an L in this fight. Like,
you know, he reminded me of his brother. I mean, he looked exactly like his brother late in the career. Like, the thing about those guys' styles, like, they kind of have a short window, you know what I mean? And they kind of benefit. Easy. They kind of benefit from in the lower weight, like when they're the lowest weight they could possibly be. And as they move up, they become less effective, and they're not being able to bully their opponents like that. And I just seem like he just looks to me like he definitely looks shy. He definitely looks like he doesn't have it anymore. And I think that mentally he's not gonna have it anymore. And you're probably gonna hear things like you hear when Jared Hurd was kind of at the end, that he's gonna work on his defense more. He's gonna look to box more, use his range more. It's not his style. He's gonna be a lesser fighter going forward. So
we've been saying that Brad Figueroa needed to work on his defense for a minute, even especially after that Seja fight, which he should have took a loss, where he was getting his head beaten for like the last 5 rounds of that fight. Like,
see, the problem with pressure boxers is a lot of them don't really start caring about their defense until it's too late. They care about their defense after the fight of the years, after the damn grueling 10 rounds. Care about it before it gets to that shit. Like,
yeah, but also too, like, some guys just don't have the ability to be good at defense. Like it's like his ability. Like, you know,
bullshit. Ain't no fucking such thing as you don't have the ability. You don't have the ability to learn. Yeah, you don't have the ability to fucking read. Like, what the fuck?
Some guys don't. Like that. You have ugly tricks all the time. You can't. Yeah. Like the thing that's like, okay, you have basketball players, right? They're in the league for 5 years and never learn a post move. Like, and they just physically can't. Like, you could look at like Sean Bradley in the NBA.
Physically can't. It's like, nigga, you gotta be retarded.
He makes a good point. He makes a good point, because there's this Rockets player named Amen Thompson who everybody thinks he's a jump shot away, but some NBA players just don't.
We just can't figure it out, and that's what it is. And some of these guys are not gonna figure it out. Like, one thing about him, he's not very coordinated. Like, that's the truth. He's not going to get coordinated all of a sudden. He's not going to get ultimate reflexes all of a sudden. He's just not going to get that. Now, his best
it's more like skill set. It's more like but learning and drills and shit.
Those skills take abilities, though. To do it at the highest level, it takes abilities. Like, you're not going to just figure out. Like, here's the thing that gets you frustrated sometimes. I remember one time they asked Timothy Bradley, oh, what does Joyce need to do this fight? And he goes, he needs to move his head a little bit. It's like, hey, he doesn't do that though. He's gonna do what he does best. And if you try to add that, you're gonna make him a lesser fighter.
Yes,
Like,
we're not saying that in the essence of fucking like it's an in round. Like, okay, yeah.
No. But I'm saying he's saying that. But he's saying that going into the fight. He was saying that going into the fight. Like he needs to move his head more in this fight. And like,
yeah, because this is the thing. We've been seeing boxing for years. We've seen people make adjustments and get there. Like,
name a guy
usually it's something inside you or your coaching.
Name a guy that was a brute that became a great defensive fighter.
Well, hold on, wait. See, now you're moving the goalpost. Nobody's asking. No, nigga. You're moving the fucking goalpost. No one's asking. Look, no one's asking a motherfucker to beat goddamn Roberto Duran.
Okay, that's not saying great. Name a guy that was a brute that became a good defensive fighter and fought with a defensive style late in his career. No one done that.
But this is the thing. You're moving the fucking goalpost. No one's asking niggas to turn from fucking, I want David Tua to look like fucking Pernell Whitaker.
No
one's asking for that.
But what he's good at is he's good at putting pressure and smothering you. That's what he's good at. If you take it away, and
we're talking about we're talking about subtle shit that you could do that if you get drilled on it, if you have proper coaching and teaching, and if you want to learn, you can improve on that shit. We're not talking about let's just
what could you do to his game
down like he's Deontay Wilder and start him from scratch.
Yeah, but what could you do to his game? Like, he's a smother fighter. His upper body leans into you. He needs to be pushing you against the ropes. So what could you add to that style?
First of all, you can fucking stop him from crouching fucking over.
That's what I'm saying, but that's the style, because he's leaning on you. He smothers you. He's a smother fighter. Like, that's what he's good at.
Yeah, and he'll keep eating fucking uppercuts like that, too.
Yeah, 100%. So that's why when he was in the smaller weights, it was effective. Now, at these other weights, he's not going to be effective. He's not ever, to me, after that performance, he's never going to be a threat to, like, being a top guy in the weighted class again. It's over.
Nah, he already, see, but then he's still a victim of the boxing politics. See, this is my complaint. Like, we should be looking at a trilogy with these two.
No, that's fine. I'm okay.
Instead, this nigga, he ain't get the credit for the first fight. This motherfucker gets credit for the second one, and then now he got 2 losses to this motherfucker when he should have one. And then now his career is basically over because it's been on a downhill trajectory.
Oh, I don't think his career's over, because if you remember his brother who was downhill, they gave him a lot of opportunities to come back. So he'll get opportunities to come back.
Nigga, no, we're not. When we're talking about career's over, we're not talking about him being the goddamn go-to for fades or some Robert Guerrero shit. No. It's like we just need to fill in a spot.
His brother got a lot of opportunities in cards on TV on good channels. Like his brother got
like dude, look, we're talking about like you're going from top level dude champion to just being on some, well, his brother was on some cards.
Well, yeah, you got nonetheless, he's gonna have to work his way back. Nonetheless, so he probably get a tough fight next. His team probably won't want a tough fight next. But he probably could get a tough fight next if he wanted one with a decent name. His team's not going to want that. And I guarantee they're going to want to revamp his style, and it's not going to work. He's going to be a lesser fighter. I'm not saying I don't want to see him. I'll watch him, of course. He's a name, and of course I'll watch him because he could get some interesting fights. But him being a top contender, as far as not me saying don't put him on TV, him being a top contender though, that's over. He's washed. It's not going to happen.
I mean, I will say the Figueroa, if he seriously want to make it, he needs to be in the ring at least 2 more times this year. Because
that's half the problem right there.
Yeah.
And you don't have to look. This is the thing. Like with Jared Hurd, they tried to revamp his style. Like you don't have to revamp his fucking style. Like it's not about revamping the style. It's improving it. If you get a nigga like Jared Hurd, and the first thing you want to do is say, "All right, let's start you from scratch," then you're both wrong at that point. It's not like a Wilder type of nigga where this nigga Wilder literally does everything wrong except one thing. Where you're just like, fuck, we just need you in boxing boot camp.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you get a guy, he does one thing right, and that's what got him to this level. And if you try to change everything, he's not going to be at that level anymore. That's just the truth of it.
But then you still hurt him because you don't learn anything else.
Yeah, but that's his limitations as a fighter. That's what I'm saying.
No, but then that means the promoter and the manager has to get better to protect this motherfucker. And then you lose out in the long run. Because now look at Wilder.
Like we're talking about the NBA. Some guys are just there to rebound. If I say, no, we're going to get your jump shot, we're going to get your dribble, you can try all those things, but
nigga, stop fucking bringing the goddamn NBA in this shit. NBA niggas ain't getting punched in the fucking face. That's
but it
different.
doesn't matter. It's just as an athlete.
Yes, it does matter, nigga. Because look,
it doesn't.
the drive,
You can do it in any sport.
the drive
It's like
to
if you have a running
fucking
back,
protect yourself from getting your ass whooped is different than you shooting a jump shot.
If you're a running back and you're a power back, I'm
don't even bring fucking football.
Don't bring up football.
No. But if you're a power back and I'm gonna send you up the middle and you're gonna take,
I don't know who the fuck that is, bro. Bring it back to football. I'm sorry, bring it back to football. Bring it back to boxing. We not gonna make a fucking football analogy, nigga. Go to fucking football ring gang radio, nigga.
No, because it relates to all things, though, right? That's what
no, it don't, nigga. Because if you know boxing, you can keep it within boxing. You keep. If you use the backhand in tennis, that means you can use the back fist in jabbing. Like the fuck, no, nigga.
I give you multiple scenarios, but you're pushing it back. But that's
dude, because it's bullshit scenarios, nigga. You making it about other sports.
You gotta give an example of something that you're saying.
Do it within boxing, nigga.
That's what I'm telling you. I'm gonna give you an example of something that happened in boxing where the guy get what you're talking about.
I'll say this. I do think it's funny you mentioned Wilder because like that's an example of Wilder of a guy that he was with Malik Scott, and it seemed like Malik Scott tried to turn Deontay Wilder into Malik Scott, and it didn't fucking work. He should have just did what got him to the dance floor.
All you had to look up. But with that situation, Malik Scott should have just took him to the basics on some like, well, what the fuck did Mark Whelan have you doing all these years when you was twerking in the gym and fucking off? That's the type of approach he should have had. Trying to bring it back. Had this nigga watch the first Stavern fight over and over. Not revamp this nigga, try to turn him into your sorry ass.
It worked in the first round against Fury, and that was it. Like the last fight, that's the best Wilder I've ever boxed. That first round, and after that,
nigga, if your career is just based on the best first round, fuck out of here. You have to lower the bar for fucking Wilder so much.
I get the point that Ezra was trying to make. You're not gonna turn fucking Ricardo Mayorga into Shea Mosley. It's just not gonna happen.
Nobody was making that point. That's the fucking thing I'm talking about. It's just improving on little things that someone does. Like you're not gonna turn fucking look. If you can get David Tua to have shades, like hold on, let's pick someone that's worse defense. If you could get somebody like David Lemieux to implement some shit that Chocolatito does and Golovkin does, if you could make him improve on his approach by just 10%, he's better for it. And all I'm saying is it's the same basic style. It's a power punching stalker pressure fighter. But if you could make this dude understand the art of parrying and little slipping, keeping his hands up a little more, shifting body weight, fucking slipping punches a little more, that will improve him. No one's saying, hey nigga, you gotta fucking, I need you bob and weave like Joe Frey. I need you to do some whole other extra shit. No, just improve upon the shit that you could do since you're using this style. That's all I'm saying.
How long do you think he's been boxing, Brandon Figueroa?
For years.
But
see, this is the thing. Like, look, bro,
you don't look. Try to sneak in some things.
It comes down to coaching at that point.
No, but I'm sure they try to sneak in some things like we're gonna do this, and they sure they found.
We're not sure of anything. We're not training with these niggas.
No. But what I'm saying is he's been boxing forever. What you do when you have someone, you're gonna find what works, and you're gonna say we're gonna maximize this. This is what works. We're gonna maximize this.
No, I agree with what you said initially, because you know I became a fan of. I thought that relentless pressure style that he had at 122. At first, it was a eye sort of watch, but I grew to like appreciate it. There was a method to it. At 122, then when he went to 126, he wasn't really doing that relentless nonstop pressure. He would mix it in, but he wasn't doing that nonstop. Obviously, because the guys are a little bigger, you know.
Yeah, they're stronger. So that's what I'm saying.
I get your point. I get your overall point.
Yeah, he's the best. He's gonna those guys. That
hold on. So basically, you're saying
the lowest weight they could be at.
So what Pilot's saying is, dude, evolved.
No, but he got worse though. He started deteriorating because he couldn't do what he was good at. So he couldn't do what he was best at.
I mean, obviously he mixed it up. I guess you could say he added a wrinkle, you know, he kind of.
That's just what the fuck I just said. Didn't y'all niggas just saying no? He got worse. What the fuck is it? Like, goddamn.
No, I think he got worse.
I mean, after he got worse, he lost the Fulton worse than he did the first time.
Yeah, he got worse. He for sure got worse. There's no. We have the proof right there at the pudding. What we just saw. He definitely got worse.
Well, real quick with Fulton though. I mean, 126. I don't know if y'all saw on the YouTube. There was a guy at 126. They mentioned during his fight he was supposed to fight Figueroa next, maybe. I forgot his name was like Olivios or Suelo. You remember? It was on the YouTube. The last.
Olivo.
Yeah, he was a 126. I think maybe that would be a good fight for Fulton if he's not going to go to Turkey Land where all the featherweights are. I mean, that'd be a good, confidence booster.
I mean, Fulton has. I mean,
he didn't need another. This was his confidence booster, nigga. Like,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even think Fulton is long for 126. I think
no. He's not. But I mean,
all them niggas should hit 130 now.
No, you know what's kind of crazy? I just noticed that 126 we got Rafael Espinoza, Angelo Leo, Nick Ball, and Fulton. A year ago, these guys weren't the top guys at 126. So it's kind of crazy how I love how it moves though. It's kind of crazy how it rapidly.
Yeah, now we just need the champions to kind of fight each other. And what I mean, Fulton Leo too now is actually, even though the first fight was like it was a hard fight. Fulton Leo 2 actually that it could probably work now for Fulton if you
Yeah, I don't mind that actual rematch. Leo definitely earned it.
But Leo's getting he's I hate to say it, but he's fighting this guy named Kameda, and it seems like he's gonna basically sell his belt in Japan for a payday. Hopefully he wins that fight. Hopefully he can knock the guy out. But I'm just saying he's got a mandatory in Japan. He's got to fight first before that. So hopefully he can get past that.
I think he wins that fight.
I mean, if he's still hitting hard like he hit in that Lopez fight. Shit, he knocked the fuck out that nigga. God, dog. When you put a motherfucking leg in the air, that's over.
But I also gotta say too, because with the Fulton win, obviously there's some people on Twitter, of course, boxing Twitter that's saying, oh well, I guess now just maybe he was training against Monster, and then he'll beat Monster easily at 126. Like, why do people do this? Like,
I don't think I saw anybody see it.
No, nobody said that shit. Come on now.
Look, you talk about. I literally replied back on Twitter to someone.
Hold on, time out.
Hey, y'all telling this nigga his experiences now?
Was it Ray Jackson? Wait, was it Ray Jackson? Because I didn't.
No, it wasn't no fucking Ray Jackson. I literally replied on the Ring Gang account earlier this morning, and you niggas are telling me, like, you niggas...
Now, remember, Pat, we on a panel with niggas just knowing how Figueroa trains in the gym, niggas. So, I mean, I don't know what these niggas be... These niggas be knowing what everybody be doing, so I don't know. Motherfucker tell me that, well, I mean, he's been boxing for 20 years, so you don't think no one approached him? But motherfucker, this is boxing. Like, there's some niggas who learn certain things that they should have learned the first day. They learn fucking 6 years later. This is boxing, bro. Like, motherfuckers don't. Everybody ain't learning the same shit at the same time.
But this was definitely on Twitter because I actually replied on the Ring account because I thought it was ridiculous. Yeah, like, don't let like, you gotta let that Monster win stand on its own. Like, he outboxed him. He didn't he outboxed him and knocked him out. There was nothing about that fight that was like drained. Like, he whooped Fulton. So like it's, if it happens at 126, it will probably happen again. Same
worse.
Probably
yeah,
worse.
The only thing he was drained of was his fucking aura when he walked in that ring. That shit was just straight. I don't want to fight the school bully, but I have to. Like, nigga.
But I'll give up to Fulton though. Like I said, we all thought he would lose, and he won a clear victory. Even though the fight wasn't necessarily the most exciting of the fight, it wasn't really too exciting. But
man, the way Figueroa looked, Fulton better had a performance of his life.
Real quick, I picked Figgy to win like most people did, but I will say I am happy for Fulton. It's a mental health awareness W, and also a good start to Black History Month. I'm gonna say that a good start to it.
Yes,
yeah, because if you losing in damn modified Timbs and jeans, bro, like,
because I ain't gonna lie, I saw a lot of the Mexican fans, on Twitter talking that shit beforehand with Figgy, Figgy Fulton. So, what it is.
Yeah, but so yeah, Fulton has a win. At least he can, he can kind of move on, and then Figueroa though, like he really just needs to fight more. Like none of this one fight a year bullshit. It's what most of these UFC fighters are on. Like he
fight like he can't pull the trigger. Like he just like he ate something and niggas asked him to go swimming or some shit.
Yeah, and that's not. And you shouldn't have it so early in career. Like dude barely doesn't even have 30 fights. Like come on, like you shouldn't be at that point of career where that's a thing.
Real quick. How do you think Fulton would fare against the other featherweight champions?
I mean, I think Espinoza is a hard fight for him. Like I don't see.
Espinoza is a tall task for anybody 126.
Yeah.
He Fulton out. Shit.
Yeah, he can beat Ball. Like Fulton can beat Ball for sure. And
yeah, he can beat Ball, but that's a good fight.
The Ball fight's interesting because I would probably lean a little bit with Fulton, but I could see Ball maybe hitting him with time.
Nah, let Fulton get the winner, and let's just get Ball Espinoza first, so we can get the MTV oddities fight out the way, and then we get to the real shit.
Espinoza, Leo, and Ball are the other champions. So I mean, yeah, the fucking Espinoza is a tall task for any of those motherfuckers. So,
but I like this whole round robin shit. Give us Fulton, Leo 2, Espinoza, Ball, and then the winners fight each other. Shit.
Well, here's my thing, real quick, because again, I mentioned earlier, all the champs that are 126 are on Turkey land. So I'm wondering, because Al usually, Al did grace Fulton to go across the land to Japan, but I'm wondering with Al Heyman guys, he don't let everybody go, play with Turkey. So I'm wondering if he's gonna let.
Didn't he just have Pitbull and Rayo play with them niggas?
No, hear me out. He'll let certain guys go. He'll let disposable guys go. But I don't know.
Yeah, pause. Yeah.
Pause. But what I'm saying is he lets the guys that honestly don't really care about, but he lets the certain guys go. But other guys.
He let the B team go. The Igo said like Cyclops and Storm and Wolverine. Like you'll get Jubilee, Gambit, and maybe fucking Bishop. Nigga, like
exactly. Yeah.
I think featherweight. If there's one division that's probably due for a round robin tournament, like the one that they had with Showtime in the bantamweights, like was it 14 years ago?
Oh wait a minute, hold on. I just remembered. Isn't this motherfucker champion in recess? By the way, I forgot about him. Fucking Vargas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, they might make that fight, huh?
Expect Fulton Vargas next.
Oh, God, damn it!
Hold on, wait, we talking about Ray Vargas?
Yes.
And please don't make that fucking one of those the freebies. Put it on a fucking other card. Please don't make that a fucking.
No, I don't even want to.
Wait. I ain't got no problem with that being a freebie, nigga. What?
They got a goddamn freebie,
bro. No, that shit. Listen, you know my policies when it comes to fucking Vargas, because half his fights be put me to fucking sleep. No.
Yeah, that shit could definitely be a fucking freebie. It could be the main event of the freebie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, okay, main event on a freebie, okay, I guess, but yeah.
This nigga probably imagine you wake your ass up to argue for a fucking Ray Vargas fight on prime time. Like, bro, like nigga, you don't go back to sleep, nigga. The fuck y'all doing tonight, man? Like y'all wilding tonight. God damn, who you gonna bring back? Like what other ideas you got for us, nigga? Like, come on.
I don't know. Let me think.
This nigga say, yeah, we'll bring back. He gonna get us a Paulie Malignaggi, Corey Spinks exhibition fight or some shit. Yvonne Calderon as the referee, nigga. Like, stop. Miguel Vasquez special referee, nigga. No. Keep all that boring shit somewhere else, nigga.
Yeah, that shit was so diabolical. Just that suggestion was just like I could. Yeah, nah.
The nigga probably was pissed. The nigga probably like, wait, hold on, nigga. This need to be a damn Amazon free show on PBC, nigga. This nigga be a main event, bro.
Honestly, if that shit was ever a PBC on Amazon and that was a main event of a free card, like I'd be wondering if niggas was smoking rock. Like the Rice Rakers was like having some problems, like Ready Rock.
It's either a freebie co-main for a pay-per-view. I'm sorry, a freeview main event for a pay-per-view, or it's an opener for pay-per-view, or it's a opener for Amazon Prime, or maybe a co-main for Amazon Prime. I'll give you that.
All this discussion is, I gotta say, is rest in peace to Showtime triple headers, because that held me down for a long time. It's a damn shame.
Well, hell, everyone down for a long time. Like,
yeah, nigga, you weren't special. Like, they held down niggas so hard, bro. Like, pause.
But yeah, no, good shit for Fulton and Figueroa. Like, yeah, better get his ass in the ring probably in the next 4 months at least. You know, like, you get your ass back in the ring and fight. You know, get that fire back in you.
Every nigga who fought this card, I need to see fight 3 times this year, except for Rosario.
Yeah.
I don't even want to see him play undisputed 3 times this year. like, we just gonna keep you from boxing. Like, don't even pick up Fight Night or even Mike Tyson Punch Out. Nigga, just chill off of boxing.
Facts. You know, but the main event though definitely lived up to its hype and then some with David Benavidez and David Morrell, man. Yo, that fight kind of that fight kind of embodies the spirit of 175. Where I've always said 175 is one of those fights where I don't necessarily mind if the light heavyweights don't fight as often, because when they fight the right fights, these motherfuckers get if they're bruising fights. Because I always said 175 has high level punchers, a lot of high level punching in that division, hard punchers in that division. Like that's all they know how to do. That's why it's when let's say a Better Beef or Yard, they fight and Better Beef eventually wins and they don't fight again until maybe the end of the year. That's just 175 shit. I'll say this though. Morel with his 11 fights though did better than I expected from him against Benavidez though. And then Benavidez again, just like in the Vosdick fight. I mean, I think the days of him really walking down and getting the stoppages like that, he's not gonna do that at 175. Not against higher level of fighters though, but they still I think the fans will still feel his power, because Morel at the end of that night, you can say his face was trademarked and everything, but then
both their faces were trademarked.
Yeah, as I say, at the same time, Benavidez too. Benavidez had the cut on his eyelid, those two were in an absolute. Those two, you could tell those two were in a fight, and it was a bruising fight, And Morel, I mean, obviously, I think Benavidez won that fight. He won it on some, but then he got knocked down, and I don't think that was a knockdown.
Looking at the replay, that didn't look like a knockdown.
I mean, it looked like he just tripped, and I'm surprised they didn't call I thought they have instant replay. They can actually review knockdowns now. And,
that was a bullshit cuffing call. I think they did that to make the fight more competitive. Mm-hmm. Fucking Danny Garcia knockdown of Lucas Matisse was more of a knockdown than this shit.
Yeah, but that late hit was very much late.
Yeah, that was late as fuck.
Yeah, you ain't gonna get no semantic battle out of that one, nigga. That was late as fuck.
Yeah, that was as dirty as anything.
No, but the referee let Benavidez hit the nigga 3 times after the bell, so I get 1 hit to equal 3, nigga. That's bullshit.
Well, it cost him a point though. That's what happened. It cost him. And funny too, it took a 10-8 round to probably a 9-8. I'm guessing it's either 9-8 or 9-9, depending. No, it would be 9-8.
Ref couldn't control them niggas like that. I mean, Rome make a point. It's just like the Roy Jones Griffin knockdown. If the fucking ref wouldn't have been 14 feet away on the other side, that fight plays out different. That's why I don't like it when you got these two. You got motherfuckers who be 6'3" in the ring fighting, and the referee be 5'7".
Mills Lane used to be doing that shit all the time, bro. That.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. Mills Lane is more reactive, faster footwork. Some of the little niggas could do it, but some of these motherfuckers be too slow to be that small trying to referee niggas who's 6'3" and shit. Bro, let that motherfucker be 6 feet or something before you, come on, man. Motherfucker be 5'5", refereeing a goddamn heavyweight title fight. No. I wouldn't even have you referee the goddamn Shields Perkins fight. Them brawls too big for your little ass. Let alone Benavidez, fucking Morel. Come on, man.
Facts. Yo, Ezra, what are your thoughts on that fight? Oh, if you're speaking, I can't. Oh, I guess he's having technical difficulties.
Yeah. But for me, I thought it was a good fight, really good fight. They was putting hands on each other. The thing I'll say about Morel is that Morel's not a hoe, and Morel could definitely take punches. He not like one of them Cuban fighters that's gonna wilt, but he definitely still has some work to do. Like his shots were very like wide and loopy, and like he was trying to go tit for tat with Benavidez, but everything was like he couldn't get around his guard. He was bad. Like the hook were loopy. It was like he was very inaccurate, more inaccurate than I've seen him.
It's kind of like they came with the same toolbox, but he was missing like a hammer and a screwdriver and some shit. You know what I'm saying? They were looking similar, but you could tell he didn't have all of the technique and shit that Benavidez had. It was weird watching them fight. It was like the younger brother fighting the older brother type shit.
Yeah, and like we mentioned before, like Benavidez was like a teenager sparring Triple G and Kelly Pavlik and all of them. Like dude got an actual education with nasty hard punchers. You know, so it was not so. Morel was something that he's never he's seen a Morel before, like But like I said, the only thing that was the difference is just Benavidez at 175. His engine's gonna run a little different now because, like I said, like he'll put hands on you, but he may not necessarily get you up out of there like he did at 168.
I thought in the second half, I thought he was pretty gassed. I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought he was pretty gassed in the second half, and I thought like in the round 10 or 11, I was like, man, if Morel, like, I don't know, he might be tired too, you know what I mean? But I thought he had a real opportunity there. That's why Benavidez stumbled into the floor. It wasn't a knockdown, but he just stumbled to the floor because he was pretty tired. And the same thing in the Bosniak fight. In the second half, it wasn't the same guy in the second half.
Ezra, the funny thing is, I think I mentioned it here and I mentioned it on the Spaces. I was like, when people were like, well, then, and that's why I didn't pick the knockout originally because I was there, Benavidez going to knock him out. I'm like, Benavidez slowed down in the second half in those last rounds against the Bosniak fight, and I was like, is this a one-off or a reoccurring thing? I'm like, okay, maybe this is a one-off. Doesn't look like it was a one-off. Kind of looks like a reoccurring thing.
Yeah, he definitely look. I think Benavidez's defense is underrated. I think he's actually pretty skilled all the way around. But we know that his best of his game is beating you with a constant offense. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's what he does. And in the second half of the fight, he's not as effective. Well, against Benavidez and Bivol, or especially Benavidez, I think that's trouble. In the Benavidez fight, I looked this up and I thought it was pretty interesting. Benavidez threw more punches in the Bivol fight than Benavidez did in the Morel fight. That right there is not a good sign that they match up in the second half of that fight.
That's crazy. Yeah, I
think Morel just tougher than we thought he was too.
No, I think with Benavidez, I agree with Ezra. I think his defense and IQ is underrated. I think his size, I don't see the size, weight bully or anything. I just think that's the advantage. He's a big dude. But yeah, defense and IQ is, to me, a little underrated. He did a good job. I mean, he did what he was supposed to do. I don't know if we expected him to stop Morel. It would have been a nice exclamation point. But
Morel's fucking tough. Like, Morel willed himself out in the damn last rounds and shit. He didn't allow himself to get stopped because he was being hurt.
Exactly what I said last week. The nigga had the toughness and grit to make it throughout the fight, but he wasn't gonna be Benavidez, just like I said.
Because this is the thing, like, he would fire back with some explosive ass bombs that would kind of keep Benavidez in check from just steamrolling him when he would have with Morel to be kind of, declining. Like, if Morel didn't have that heart to fire back in those pivotal moments, he would get stopped.
I don't know who else would have survived like 7 uppercuts in a row type shit. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's plenty of time.
I can see what Ezra's saying, and that Benavidez is underrated defensively. I think the problem with Benavidez is like more just like the footwork, like some of the physical capabilities, because sometimes he'll come in use the jab, but he doesn't have the footwork to exit out and sometimes doesn't move his head. So it leaves himself open to counters when he comes in and jabs. But that's more like he can't physically get out the way because his footwork's not there.
Yeah, see, now that's a good example of somebody just using like their style to just benefit a damn inadequacy. Like, because I don't think Bivol, you're not going to get Benavidez to really just move around the ring like that.
No.
So he has to make up for it in other spots. Like, I get that. But then sometimes it come down to the opponent. We ain't never thought Canelo would use footwork, but look at Golovkin the first fight. And this nigga had a knee problem. If your knee hurt, you ain't fucking running, bro.
Facts.
I don't know. I saw someone. I don't know if you saw someone quoted or saying that Bivol is created in the lab.
Let's get into that. Hold on. Let's get into that.
Okay. All right. You got it.
I seen that. Hold on. I got it. I seen somebody put that. I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Anytime they speak on Benavidez, Bivol be sounding like he had got work from that nigga. Because they sparred before, right?
Yeah, no, they've sparred a couple of times. I do know they sparred a couple of times.
Is it always Benavidez saying like, yeah, I don't mind fighting him? I never hear Bivol talking about, yeah, I'll fight Benavidez.
And it was how does David Benavidez fare against Artur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol? Does he beats both? Beats Beterbiev, loses to Bivol, beats Bivol, loses to Beterbiev, or does he lose to both? We got 27 votes so far, and 56% says he loses to both. So, yeah. 22% say he beats both, 19% says he beats Bivol but loses to Beterbiev, and 4% says he beats Beterbiev and loses to Bivol.
I mean, I picked he'd lose to both.
I think he could beat Bivol, but Beterbiev, no.
Yeah, exactly what I said. Yeah.
I actually think he could beat both.
I think the thing is, okay, real quick, I want to mention, if Father Time actually kicks in, maybe he could beat Beterbiev, but I feel like his defense is a little too flawed to beat Beterbiev.
If the gas tank issues the second half of the fight in front of Beterbiev, I think that's a disaster for him. You know what I mean?
That would be a disaster.
Yeah, and Bivol, I just would need to see David have one of his shots. I know that he's putting a beating on guys and stuff, but he would have. I think one of his shots would have to really mean something. Like it would have to really break him down.
And he's not. He's not going
to touch Bivol easy. I think that we're thinking like, oh, he's going to be touching Bivol. Like he's not going to touch Bivol easy. Bivol's a damn good defensive fighter. Like he's going to move around the ring. He's going to make it hard for him. And if his shots when he does get to him don't mean as much, maybe they hurt, but they don't mean as much to change the fight. I think it's tough. It's a tough fight.
I think Benavidez hit hard enough to bother all them niggas. The thing is the difference. Because like Pat said earlier, like at light heavyweight, everybody's cracking. It just you gotta have the style to see who cracks more, who could crack more often. Like Yard hurt Beterbiev, and he did buzzer. Calvin Smith caught Beterbiev, but like these dudes could catch these hands. I feel like Benavidez is the only one who could really consistently put good hands on these dudes' paws, and he's not gonna and if it gets where it gets dangerous, Benavidez is gonna step it up and his offense is gonna get more dangerous. Where we seen Bivol, if it get too dangerous, he gonna run around for 3 minutes.
But here's the thing. I think, and yes, listen, Bivol won the fight clearly, but I did think in his fight with Zurdo, I thought Zurdo had some moments. And to me, Benavidez is a way better fighter than Zurdo. So
yeah, and the thing is too, you're right about that. Like Benavidez also believes. See, Zurdo had all the tools to give Bivol problems, and in the first couple of rounds, it looked like we was gonna get the fight of the year that me and Pilot wanted. But right. The fucking Bivol just did his thing, and it just felt like Zerto kind of gave up once Bivol got in his groove. Like, you need somebody who could. Some niggas could get out there with their damn plan A, B, and C. You gotta adjust to each one, or at least have the same energy to confront each one.
Yeah.
And some of these niggas don't.
Once Bivol neutralized Zerto, it was a wrap.
It was a wrap.
Yeah, he couldn't do nothing else. And it's like
Benavidez is a lot harder to neutralize. Now, the Zerto we have now that might be a different fight for Bivol.
Yeah, because Zerto now is a damn near heavyweight.
Yeah, cruiserweight. But he doesn't fight with that goddamn. I don't know. Like, he doesn't, like, he faces every situation like on some Mexican standoff shit.
You saying you don't have that gumption?
He has it now. Maybe it was the weight or something. Like something held Zerto back.
I was thinking the weight when you said that. Maybe. Yeah.
Because it's the thing. Like, Zerto, one of those dudes where, like, we didn't really see him get as good as he's supposed to be until he got the fucking damn cruiserweight. It almost make you think it was always the weight. Why it took him that long to look good in his career? Yeah. 3 fucking divisions? Who the fuck looks good on their third division? Who the fuck starts looking their best at the third division?
I mean, Barrios. Barrios is a guy that started at 122. But I know what you mean. Like, yeah, the weight bully word might be accurate with him, I guess. I don't know.
But then now he's using skill too and strategy. Like, that's the weird shit.
Yeah, Zerdochenko's kind of doing his thing. Yeah. Is that Malik Scott? Speaking of, is that Malik Scott the trainer for him?
No, Julian Chua is his head trainer.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Malik Scott. I think he was part of that team. Okay.
But what do you guys think? Because that's a potential fight that Benavidez brought up versus Zerto.
Benavidez should stay away from cruiserweight. That's another thing that I was going to say.
Yeah, I wouldn't go further there.
You know what I heard? What's so crazy?
I think he'll lose to Zerto, actually.
You know what Jim Lampley said like about a year ago? It was the wildest thing I ever heard. Jim Lampley was talking about he thinks Benavidez could win a heavyweight title. I was like, the fuck is he doing?
What?
No, I swear to God. There's an interview Jim Lampley had that last year.
Didn't Andre Ward said he wanted to fight Anthony Joshua?
Something like
sure
that.
Did.
Okay, I think that's even worse.
People just be chatting.
Yeah. That almost sound like a black Twitter post, bro. They just be saying anything.
Yeah, like, I mean, Benavidez should stay away from cruiserweight because right now, he has his hands full just being at light heavyweight, and he's not looking like he's above and beyond. Like, he's working, but he's not like look what he is at 168.
Okay, real quick. I want to ask y'all about Morel. Do y'all think Morel would beat? Because I made a post. I just hope they don't put him on the shelf after an L, like every PBC guy after an L. But do you think Morel could beat the Buatsi Colin Smith winner next week or on the 26th?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just wondering.
Yeah.
He's too explosive for them Euro niggas, bro.
Yeah, I'm not high on Buatsi. Had his chance. Like I've cooled off on Buatsi. He's not like. I mean, unless he spectacularly knocks out Callum Smith in a couple of weeks.
Morel? Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, unless he knocks out Callum Smith spectacularly. Yeah, he would beat Buatsi easily.
Morel versus Yard would be fun for the first 4 rounds, and then after that, it would just all go to hell for Yard.
Yeah.
You know, with him, I don't think, like, I wouldn't favor him. Of course, not Benavidez, we just saw that. I wouldn't favor him against Bivol. I wouldn't favor him against Benavidez. I think he's going to be like in a weird spot where he beats everyone else, and maybe in devastating fashion, but he's always going to come up short to like those 3 names, right? Like those 3 top names. I'm sure maybe he ride out, those guys are gone, and he wins world titles, stuff like that. But I do think he's kind of like in a weird spot right now. I feel confident versus everyone else in the weight division, but not those 3 guys.
I mean, that's pretty accurate to me.
I mean, Morel still got a future. It's just, I don't think they're gonna shelf him because he got motion. Like, they kind of started the year off. Like, they should do some decent pay-per-view.
He needs to fight again. You know, hopefully before the summer. But I mean, realistically, get another fight in this year. I know how it is with the PBC, but fight somebody meaningful before the year ends. You know,
I mean, the issue is he going to get meaningful fights, or is it back to the Armory in Minnesota fighting in front of 2,000 people for peace?
That's the thing. Drag Marcus Brown back down real quick to 175. Something.
Damn.
My co-host said Jesse Hart, and I don't hate that fight. I do not hate that fight.
Oh, you don't think so?
Jesse Hart gave Zerto his hardest fights outside of Bivol. Like, you know.
Yeah. I think it was damn near chasing him at one point.
Right.
Like Zerto's been like around it forever, and it's like this is the most we mentioned Zerto. I don't think we talk about Zerto this much when we preview his fucking fights.
We're talking about all these people with Benavidez, though. I'll tell you who we're not talking about. It seems like everybody moved on, and that's one ginger baby. I'm just saying, like, just seems like we come to the realization it ain't gonna happen. We've moved on.
Because when you realize somebody pussy, you just leave them alone, bro. That it's to the point, like, you would have to make it a world star video and one of those, you know, when a bitch just pull up to another bitch house and she want to fight him and she want to pull the bitch out the house and fight her.
Yeah.
We reached that level with Benavidez and Canelo. It's to the level where it's like they're not fighting unless this nigga pull him out his house.
And
Let's run real quick. Let's run the topic. Do you want to bring that poll up?
That was what I was leading to.
Okay. All right. My bad.
This nigga, like, he wouldn't let he be great.
Oh my God.
He was low key. I see what he was doing. We was low key segueing into it. Like,
Pilot, remind me to never let you be my wingman. I'm just saying.
This nigga Pilot was like, "Hey, yo, man, just get the red bone with the fat ass, nigga. What you like, bro?" Dude, like,
yeah, my man's was really trying to stay away. You trying to go back to the crib tonight? Like, hell no.
But
yo, fuck it. We need a Pilot and Kick P dating spinoff now, nigga. Like,
oh my God. Pause.
Like, yeah, like y'all niggas got it.
But yeah, so we wanted to ask the people, you know, does Canelo's legacy take a hit if he never faces Benavidez? Hell yeah. Just a tad. Don't care. We've moved on. Or quack. And we've got 32 votes so far, and 34% said, just a tad. 25% said, don't care. We moved on. 22%, hell yeah. And 19% quack.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Yeah, no, all the fights Canelo gave us over the years, nigga, this is not the fight that's going to change his legacy. Like,
but it's a black mark.
It's definitely it's a black eye and a half. Like, it's a black eye and maybe a little slight cut right here now, because this is ridiculous.
Look, in 20 years, you'll be like, when niggas ask you about Canelo, you would not remember that he did not.
No.
Yes,
we will remember.
Benavidez is becoming too big.
In history, people, I mean, you know, like down the line, there are going to be Canelo detractors are going to bring that up and mention it down the line. I mean,
you have to.
Here's the thing with Benavidez. It's not only the, you know, him being dangerous and him, like, everybody looking at him as a viable threat. It's also the fight, and I don't care what anybody says, it's the fight that makes the most money from just a revenue standpoint. So for him to turn that down, it's crazy, because that shit is like
it's literally a face of boxing type of fight.
Here's my thing. Yeah,
it's a big fucking major event type of fight that this nigga doesn't want to happen, bro.
It's odd because here's my thing. I know Canelo started, you know, technically 147, but he started at 154. I won't say he's a smaller guy. I guess he's a true natural middleweight. I feel like
he's not no fucking true natural middleweight. Stop that.
He's about. I mean, what is he? 150?
No, the fuck he isn't, nigga.
What is he? What is he then? What is he?
Honestly, you want to be honest? Canelo is a natural super middleweight.
Okay. I can.
Well, he couldn't make middleweight right now. That's for sure.
Well, what I'm saying is size-wise, in terms of his natural size, you know, at his best he was at 160. When he went to 168, yeah, he had.
Don't say that, nigga.
Hold on,
remember. How the fuck you go to 166 for Chavez and then you go back to 160 for Golovkin, bro?
I know. I'm just saying. Hear me out. What I'm trying to say is, I feel like there's a presence of Benavidez where he's a tall, big motherfucker that potentially fight at cruiserweight. Canelo really, you know, there's rumors of moving to cruiserweight. My thing is, I feel like he doesn't want to potentially get a bad loss on the record. And he has a feeling, he could beat him, but he has a feeling maybe Benavidez might just, you know, I don't know. It's cleared up.
He should just get "I'm scared" tatted on his chest.
Thank you. No, we're not doing this shit, bro. We're not making excuses for this motherfucker. Look, this is not a situation where Benavidez is a nobody. He don't sell tickets. You know, he's skilled. But you know, he can't even get 100,000 views on a YouTube video. Benavidez is like legit become a household name.
But look at it from
superstar
Canelo's eyes. Look at it from Canelo's eyes. All Canelo's already taking a hit on his legacy by not fighting the nigga. If he fights the nigga and gets whooped, it's like career suicide.
No. If he fights and loses, it is what it is. He loses.
Yeah, it's called boxing.
Okay, hold on, real quick. If you would have, I know, like obviously Benavidez hasn't got stoppage, whatever, if 100. But if he, because at 168, I know we're at 175. At 168, here's the thing: Canelo is notorious for his gas tank issues, whereas at 168, David, look, he go 15 rounds, and I felt like that was the thing where Canelo was like, I'm not justifying it. I'm just rationalizing. I don't know what the word is, but I'm just saying there was a threat where maybe there was a threat maybe in the later rounds. You know, it might be too much. You know, the big fast dude. You know, and that's what I think. I think maybe 2-3 years ago, Canelo would have got him, but now I don't know.
But this is the same fucking Canelo that fought Kovalev and Bivol. And Berlanga, who was like maybe 185 on fight night. Like, there's no justification. It's a big money fight. You know, like, you either want to be great or you just want to look like you're great. Canelo just been looking like he's great for just years. He ain't trying to be great. Like, niggas been giving him so many passes. By the time he finally got a hiccup, niggas was like, hey, we got to protect him like he a prospect. Like, forget about the Bivol loss. What of all the other damn fights Canelo took that he should have lost? So it's like, bro, like, get the fuck out of here. His career ain't going to be over because of a loss. He just gonna move more bitch made than he does now.
Okay, but how would it be? Because I feel like, in my personal opinion, I think Canelo might have an argument to be the best Mexican fighter. You know.
Get the fuck out of here.
Well, I'm just saying,
dude, the best Mexican fighter is not gonna duck their biggest ops for years. He already did that with Golovkin. People could be like, oh, well, he did fight him. Nigga, look how long he stretched that out. Shit, he stretched out the Golovkin fight longer than the Lord of the Rings trilogy, bro.
He's in the mix. All I'm saying is he's in the mix. But I feel like a L where he gets stopped by Benavidez type of thing. You know, he feel like you don't want to risk it. He gets the money anyway, so it's like, I don't know.
Dude, man, that's like saying Willie Wise stopped Chavez from being the GOAT. Really fucking wise, bro.
Meanwhile, people, we're gonna get the Crawford fight, and that's gonna make a lot of money, bro. That's a dog and pony show. Like, what are we doing?
Thank you, God, dude. Like, if boxing gods, if there could ever be a fucking double knockout, or just give me a little small glimpse of fucking what's that, Sergio Powell and the other nigga, K9, I'll be happy. Cause like, this shit is just some bullshit. Like, bro, like, there's way better fights at 154 for Crawford, and there's better fights at 168, 175 for Canelo, and this is what we're getting. This goddamn amalgam comics ass collaboration bullshit. Like, fuck this goddamn fight. You better give me a great co-main event where I can say, all right, you know what, I'll make sure I really tune in. There's some bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Canelo's not gonna do Canelo's gonna basically, you know, he's setting up for his exit from the sport. You know, so most of
them niggas doing that.
Most of them, but he's especially because his is high profile. So I'm more expecting him, like, yeah, he's going for a bag and he's gonna get up out of here. Benavidez is not gonna happen, just like Canelo and Andre didn't happen, even though that should have happened. You know, it's stuff like that. This just, yeah.
That's my problem with boxing. And this is the one thing that Benavidez Morel did that we need to see more of. The young guys making the top big fight super events when they're available, when they get ready for it. Like, I'm tired of seeing big fights and both niggas are like 38 or 36 or some shit.
Facts.
If you old enough to be on a podcast talking about boxing, maybe you don't need to be a part of a fucking pay-per-view main event. How about that?
Facts.
Like, let's start getting young main event pay-per-view stars, bro. Like, none of this nigga just 34, borderline his first shot like at a pay-per-view event. No, nigga, like, I'm tired of that. That's another reason why this fight kind of stale. Like, Canelo and Bud are old ass niggas now. Like, I hate these farewell fucking kiss and sting fucking ass tour fucking fights, man.
Exactly, but at least now, but that's why, again, like you mentioned before, like that's why we have Benavidez, Morel. They fight the fights that they're supposed to fight, and neither of them have lost anything. Like the reputations, like both reputations have gone up. So that was that, and like I said, I mean that's why that main event definitely like spoke to me. I mean, like Fiero and Cruz, like they slowed it up, but just that main event though, it was just a hard fight. And it's just like, it had a little bit more unpredictable factor to it. So, yeah, that's why I was like, that fight was...
Remember, it's the main event, bro. Like, the main event has to live up to its hype. Whenever the main event lives up to its hype, like, there's a job well done. Like,
yeah, easy. But PBC, put on an incredibly entertaining pay-per-view. So, definitely...
Wait, what? Say it again so Android can hear you.
Well, Android knows, because I'm more selective. Yeah, Android knows I'm incredibly selective. See, I don't praise PBC all the time. That's my thing. So
yeah, that's why we had to make sure we heard it right. That's all. Yeah. Like, wait, what? Like, wait, hold on, stop.
I'm quick to say if a PBC card is bad or good.
But with the zone, this nigga's like, well. We did get to see Eddie Hearn speak again. Like, no, nigga, shut that shit up.
So, PBC, it was for the first pay-per-view, it was good. So, I mean, I'm not holding my breath on Take and Roach being anything like that. So, it's like, but it was a good start to the year for PBC. And
I like that they did give a tribute to Israel Vasquez. So
they did, yes.
Thank you so much. Like, that was so nice to see that shit. And
that in his family in the ring.
Yeah,
because Israel Vasquez. For those who have listened, if you've never seen Vasquez Marquez 1, 2, or 3, do not see 4. Oh, but
please
1,
do not
2,
see
3.
4. Yeah, that's like seeing Jaws Revenge or some shit.
Yeah, that 4 fight is like that's one I told you before. That's one of the few fights I felt like I watched a crime being committed, and I should have reported somebody. Like, I
felt like walking out of that event, and I saw it at home, nigga. Like, I just wanted to just leave the house.
Yeah, I was discussing that actually because I was like, this fight should have. And I'm sitting here, I was like, I really should have actually went out that night instead of watching that fight.
Only fight worse watching than that is goddamn Duran and William Joppy.
Yeah, at least that one only went like 3 fucking rounds,
Yeah, but damn, nigga, like, I don't, dude. That's like saying remember Rosa Parks was in that boxing match? Like, yeah, I'm trying to forget. Well, I mean, it only went 2 rounds. Like, the point that she was in that motherfucker is the thing, nigga.
Facts.
This nigga talking about, well, good thing it only went 3 rounds. Like, no, we're not even supposed to get 30 seconds of that.
Facts. Well, at least, like I said, it was good. PBC had some buzz after that. Had a lot of conversation.
Boxing has buzz, nigga. You don't get that from the zone fights y'all be hyping up.
Well, they get it if the fights are good, which they are, Well,
not all the time. Not in the mainstream, not in the casual world of boxing.
Luckily for me, I don't operate in that, and I'll never will. So.
But you should, nigga, because you should want the fucking sport to grow, nigga.
Yeah, well, I should want the fights to be good, and I don't jock ride or any other just PBC fights. And
I mean, that's the problem with hardcore fucks. That's all you care about. As long as the fights good. Give me the fights. I don't. Boxing could end tomorrow, but if we get Mayweather Pacquiao 16 tonight, fuck it. Like,
I'm hardcore. I've watched tens and thousands of fights.
I can't think like that.
Yeah,
I actually care about the niggas who gonna be alive after I'm gone and I want them to enjoy boxing, not like
well,
you.
I want them to enjoy. I can rattle off all types of fights going back 20, 30 something years. You know, that's the type of boxing I like to operate in. Casuals, they can barely remember fights from 2 years ago. So I like to operate in my own bubble because I feel like I can, you know, I spread the sport, spread the love of sport. If I talk about the old fights that I be watching, because
the new fans don't want to hear about all the old fights, bro.
Well, luckily for me, I actually keep up with the new shit. So yes, I can speak old and new, and I prefer to talk old because some of these new niggas, they're not inspiring like that. So I'll never operate in the casual space, but the casual people will still love me regardless.